In the last lecture, we have seen the nature of the nuclear forces, and now we are going to deal with the nucleon potential. Suppose in a nucleus, we know that there are protons and neutrons present inside, which we collectively call them as nucleons. So, for a complete nucleus to exist, the force of attraction between these two nucleons must be very strong, and there must be some attractive force between the two nucleons inside the nucleus. So the first prediction is that the nature of the force between the two nucleons must be attractive. And it must be very strong so as to overcome the Coulombian repulsive force. Suppose this is a case when the nucleons are present inside the nucleus. But if I take the two nucleons which are very far away from each other, whether it is a proton, neutron, or neutron, proton, whatever, it is independent of charge right now. So this nucleon force or the potential. So when this proton and this another nucleon, we try to bring them together. So the nature of the potential between the two nucleons on the distance. So this is how this is R, and now this is a potential, which is but obvious a function of a distance between them. Now this portion from here to here, so I will call it as a B, and I will call this portion as a A. So you can see that unless and until if the two nucleons they have brought at a particular distance, they won't start interacting with each other. So I will say that distance, suppose this is a proton, it will have its own potential field. So unless and until this neutron is not coming to in its potential field, it is not being attracted or repelled, whatever force is there in between them. So unless and until this another nucleon is coming in the potential of the first nucleon, they are not going to interact. So this R0 is the minimum distance so that they start interacting with each other. So what happens? So in this range, so the potential energy goes on decreasing with the increasing distance between them. So this is very easy to understand that when this nucleon is trying to go away from this proton, so this there will be potential will go on decreasing, or the force of attraction between these two will go on decreasing. So this portion is represented by this. I will write this part B as a attractive potential means this potential energy goes on decreasing with increase in R. Okay, and this portion, this which is represented by A, I will call it as a repulsive potential, in which, so this potential energy goes on increasing, okay, with decrease in R. Okay, so this neutron will also have some volume, so this proton will also have some volume. Okay, so if you go on reducing the distance between these two, okay, and if this distance, so this R is the radius of this first nucleon, first proton, if you try to push the another nucleon beyond this, there will be a repulsive force between these two. Okay, and at that time, so if you go on decreasing the distance, okay, there will be a repulsive force between this, and this portion represents the repulsive potential. And if once the nucleon goes at is in the range between R to R naught, there will be attractive potential, means which is represented by this portion B, which states that potential energy decreases with increasing. So nature, or the mathematically, it can be represented by minus dV by dr. Okay, which the attractive potential, the graph B. So that can be represented in a mathematical form as F is equal to minus dV by dr, where R is the distance between the two nucleons. Okay, if R is the distance between the two nucleons, then relative momentum will be of order of, I'll write it here, momentum according to the uncertainty principle will be of order of H cross by R, and in this case the kinetic energy would be given as 1/2. So where mu is a reduced mass of the two particle system, I'll write it properly so that you can understand. So this is 1/2 mu R square upon into H cross square, where 1 upon mu is equal to 1 upon mp plus 1 upon mn, which is nearly equal to mp, where mp is the mass of a proton, mn is the mass of a neutron, and they are nearly equal. That's why 1 upon mu is equal to 2 upon mp or 2 upon mn. So if the potential of the two nucleons, say it is V naught, okay, so if this V naught is greater than this entity H cross square upon 2 mu R square, the bound state will be formed. And if this V naught is less than, then no bound state will be formed. And depending on the kinetic energy of the coming particle, the scattering will happen. which we are going to see how the scattering depends on the energy of the coming particle and all those things. Okay, so whatever diagram we have drawn, so this is the potential, which is a function of only the distance between the two nucleons. If the r is a radius of the nucleon, then with an increase in distance between these two, the force of attraction will go on decreasing. And if this is a V naught, okay, so minus V naught, if this V naught is greater than the h cross square upon 2 mu r square, where this mu is we call it as a reduced mass, where mu is a reduced mass of a two particle system or the two nucleons, then at that time, if this V naught is greater than h cross square upon 2 mu r square, means if the depth of the potential well is such that it is greater than h cross square upon 2 mu r square, then this potential is capable of binding that coming nucleon in this, and there will be the formation of a bound state here. It means that if this V naught is greater than, so this h cross upon 2 mu r square, okay, so this is the entity which we have calculated quantum mechanically, okay, by using uncertainty principle. So if this V naught is greater than this h cross square upon 2 mu r square, then a bound state of the two nucleons will be formed. Means, so this proton is capable of binding this neutron, and maybe a deuteron nucleus will be formed. But if this V naught, means if the potential depth of the potential well of this first nucleon is less than h cross square upon 2 mu r square, then so this coming particle will not form a bound state. It may get scattered from this proton. Now we have represented this first portion A as a repulsive force. Due to this repulsive force, there are lots of complications in a quantum mechanical equations. Therefore, rather than using this repulsive force for nuclear interaction, we are using the square wall potential with, this is V of r and this is r. We are just simply ignoring this portion A, and we are just directly trying to give a square wall potential form to this, because this repulsive form that makes a very tedious calculations for the quantum mechanical equations. Therefore, for the simplification, we are just ignoring that the repulsive part. Nuclear potential is represented by a square wall potential, where, so this is a minus V naught, here it is V is equal to 0, and V is equal to minus V naught for r less than r naught. This is r naught, and this V is equal to 0 otherwise when r is greater than r naught. So this is the representation of a square wall potential. In case of a nucleon potential, this depth of the square wall potential is taken in the range of 30 to 60 MeVs, depending on which nucleus you are choosing, and this range, so this R naught is taken to be as 1.2 to 2 femtometers. So this we have already seen. 1.2 to 2 femtometers. Okay, so this is how the nucleon potential is represented by using a square well potential. So this square well potential, which we are in the next lecture, we will give the theory of a deuteron bound state, ground state, and its excited state by using this square well potential, in which the square well potential, if the distance between the two nucleons, suppose this is a proton and suppose this is a neutron, if the distance between these two nucleons is less than r naught, then there will be attractive force, and if the distance between the means there will be some force, whether it is attractive or repulsive, that we will again see afterwards, depending again on this energy of the forthcoming particle. Okay, so if the distance between the two nucleons is less than r naught, there will be a certain potential applied by this one nucleon on the another nucleon, and if the distance between the two nucleons is greater than r naught, there will not be any force. So this a simple square well potential will represent the nucleon potential.